Today, I'm with Madeline Ndambakuwa. She's a poet and artist, and we're discussing her recently published book, Twinkles of Dawn. Madeline?
Oh yes, I'm excited about Twinkles of Dawn. It's a great book and I think it's a must-read for the 21st century.
Why did you choose poetry over other forms of expression?
When I was going through some challenges, I realized that my palette, I am an artist, and because I'm an artist, I realized that my artist's palette was limited. I like painting with bright colors, but I was falling short of the bright colors because emotionally I was down. And then I realized, with words, with words you can do a lot of things. You can smash them on a wall, squash them, and say what it is that you want to say, but, saying it in a very subtle way.
Does anyone inspire you?
Yes, a lot of people actually inspire me. I can be inspired in an elevator. I can be inspired by my family, be inspired by my friends, inspired by what they are going through. And I'm also inspired by other poets like, Robert Frost, like Shakespeare, who are like the great poets of all times. But my favorites are the two characters that we see in the Bible, which is King David and King Solomon. I just like the way they express themselves. They show the wisdom of God. They show the principles of the Word of God. And above all, they make you realize you are human.
What is poetry to you?
Poetry to me is revelation. There's that place where you come to, it's an epiphany where you understand and you can be able to say, I see. And then after you understand the challenge or something that you have been going through, you are able to share it with others. So it's not only the beauty in the rhythm, but in the actual experience. It's poetry to me is reality.
Madeline, you say that poetry is revelation. What's the message behind your work?
The message behind my work, I can almost put it in three words: faith, hope, and courage. We need faith to overcome. We need hope for tomorrow. We need courage to fight, courage to love, courage to face adversity. There is nothing we can do without the courage to do it. We cannot take action without the courage to take the action.
You have a poem called Unveil the Gem. Is that the preciousness that you're talking about?
In the poem, Unveil the Gem, I'm bringing the fact of preciousness, not only, in the context of the poem. Like in the poem, I'm really talking of preciousness in women, but I believe that in each one of us, in every individual, there's a preciousness, there's a precious gift that is in each one of us. But in women, I am bringing out the qualities that King Lemuel is talking about in Proverbs 31. And I'm taking these qualities and I'm saying, let us unveil this woman of moral excellency. Let us unveil this woman of virtue that is being spoken of in Proverbs. And I believe we can still find a virtuous woman today, whether in the corporate world or just an ordinary mother.
One of your poems is called Challenges. Are you referring to challenges that you've gone through?
Yes, definitely. There were challenges that I was going through, but the most challenging thing that we face when we are going through a tough time is making a decision. So I was there trying to make a decision, trying to reverse things that had gone wrong in my life. And then when I came to that juncture, I realized that I could not make a permanent decision based on this temporary season that was passing in my life. So that's how I came up with challenges.
Madeline, what can you say to someone that's going through tough times?
For someone that is going through tough times, I want to let them know that challenges come to unveil your potential. Without a Goliath, there is no David. Without the Red Sea, there is no the triumphant crossing of the Red Sea that the children of Israel did. But when you face challenges, you realize that you have to step up higher and face adversity, because I believe that in each one of us there is a champion that can weave through challenges, because I know and I believe that man was born for conquest.
How do you handle loneliness and adversity?
When I think of loneliness, you can see a married person that is lonely. So loneliness comes as a challenge that you must encounter. But when you encounter it, there is always a void that will need to be filled. That void of loneliness that you can turn to God. And in that intimacy with God, you will know that you are not alone. And also in loneliness, you begin to realize the unconditional love of God, that He is always there for you. The love of God never fails.
This reminds me of the poem, Dozen Roses. Can you give someone roses every day?
Yes, I believe you can. And when I wrote Dozen Roses, it's not only what is on the page, but it's some fundamental, things that we have seen Christ do to us. He gave Himself to us. And we say Christ is the rose of Sharon, is the rose of Sharon that never dies. So when I wrote Dozen Roses, I was not only looking at the spouse and the spouse relationship, I was looking at things that we can do also for one another, the things that Christ did for us, and that gift of presence that is so precious, and that affirmation that we can be to one another in a family setup, in a church setup, in the society. And I was saying, yes, we can give each other roses each day instead of trying to do that on a funeral, because what does it help when we didn't enrich the people while least we could still enjoy them?
Madeline, where can someone purchase Twinkles of Dawn?
Twinkles of Dawn is available on exlibris.com, at amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, and you can also order it from any of the local bookstores.
Madeline, thank you for taking the time to discuss Twinkles of Dawn.
Thank you so much. I am privileged and I enjoyed it. Thank you.